On April 15 and 16, 2025, the skies over the Korean peninsula rumbled with the roar of military might as the United States and South Korea commenced large-scale joint air drills. This display of force, featuring advanced American B-1B bombers alongside South Korean F-35A and F-16 fighter jets, as well as US F-16S, sent a clear message of Allied readiness in the face of growing tensions with North Korea. The drills, encompassing both offensive and defensive counter-air training, unfolded over western South Korea, a region well within striking distance of North Korean targets. A particularly potent symbol of American air power, two B-1B bombers executed a low pass over Osan Air Base, a key installation for U.S. forces in South Korea. These bombers, capable of carrying a staggering payload of up to 75,000 pounds of bombs and missiles, are a formidable force, reaching speeds of Mach 1.2. The U.S. 7th Air Force, responsible for air operations in the region, stressed the vital importance of such exercises in maintaining peak combat readiness. They underscored the drill's role in demonstrating unwavering commitment to the U.S.-ROK alliance, a cornerstone of security in Northeast Asia for decades. South Korea echoed this sentiment, with its defense ministry emphasizing the critical need to deter and, if necessary, respond forcefully to the ever-present threat posed by North Korea's nuclear and ballistic missile programs. The joint drills, they argued, serve as a powerful reminder to Pyongyang that any aggression would be met with swift and decisive consequences. The timing of these exercises, however, did not go unnoticed by Pyongyang. Coming just days after the 113th anniversary of the birth of Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea and a revered figure in the country's official ideology, the drills were viewed by some as deliberately provocative. The 113th anniversary of Kim Il-sung's birth, known as the Day of the Sun, is a momentous occasion in North Korea. It is a time for elaborate celebrations, showcasing the country's military might and unwavering loyalty to the Kim dynasty. This year, the festivities took on added significance as they coincided with heightened tensions on the Korean peninsula. Kim Il-sung, who led North Korea from its founding in 1948 until his death in 1994, remains a deeply revered figure, considered the eternal president of the nation. His legacy looms large over North Korean society, shaping its political ideology and worldview. The Day of the Sun is marked by mass rallies, military parades, and artistic performances, all designed to glorify Kim Il-sung's achievements and reinforce the ruling party's grip on power. This year, the celebrations were closely watched for any signs of a change in North Korea's posture towards the US and South Korea. The recent joint military exercises only served to heighten the sense of anticipation and uncertainty surrounding the event. For North Korea, the timing of the US-South Korean air drills, coinciding with such an important national holiday, was seen as a deliberate provocation. It fed into a long-held narrative of American hostility towards North Korea, fueling the regime's paranoia and justifying its pursuit of nuclear weapons as a deterrent against what it perceives as an existential threat. From Pyongyang's perspective, the recent joint military exercises were not merely a show of force, but a dangerous escalation of tensions, a calculated provocation designed to intimidate and undermine the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The timing of the drills, coinciding with the Day of the Sun, a sacred national holiday commemorating the birth of Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea, only served to reinforce this perception. North Korea views the U.S. military presence in South Korea as a legacy of the Cold War, an enduring threat to its security and sovereignty. The joint exercises, involving advanced American bombers capable of carrying nuclear weapons, are seen as particularly provocative, simulating an invasion scenario and pushing the Korean peninsula closer to the brink of war. The DPRK's response to the drills was swift and unambiguous. Its state-run media denounced the exercises as a reckless and unnecessary abuse of strength, a grave provocation that could have serious negative consequences for U.S. security. North Korea vowed to exercise overwhelming deterrence, warning that any further escalation would be met with an equally forceful response. The DPRK's rhetoric, while often bombastic and bellicose, cannot be dismissed as mere bluster. North Korea has repeatedly demonstrated its willingness to engage in provocative actions, including missile launches and nuclear tests, to assert its strength and deter perceived threats. The current situation, marked by heightened tensions and mistrust, raises serious concerns about the potential for miscalculation and unintended escalation. The recent escalation of tensions on the Korean peninsula has sent ripples of concern throughout the region and beyond. The specter of a nuclear-armed North Korea, emboldened by its growing arsenal and increasingly unpredictable behavior, poses a significant threat to regional stability and international peace. Neighboring countries, particularly South Korea and Japan, are watching the situation with growing apprehension. Both countries are within striking distance of North Korean missiles, and any conflict on the peninsula would have devastating consequences for their security and economies. The international community has condemned North Korea's provocative actions and called for restraint. The United Nations Security Council has imposed numerous sanctions on North Korea in an effort to curb its nuclear and ballistic missile programs, but with limited success. The Trump administration faces a formidable challenge in dealing with North Korea. Diplomatic efforts to engage Pyongyang have stalled, and the regime has shown little interest in abandoning its nuclear ambitions. The U.S. remains committed to the defense of its allies in the region, but any military action against North Korea carries the risk of sparking a wider conflict with unpredictable consequences.